Alright everybody, it's been a while since I posted. I just got back from the gym after not going for 3 weeks. And I'm making this video because I think it's important to talk about why you don't gain weight and what are the reasons you don't gain weight, and some tips that hopefully you can learn from to give you the best chances of success. Because you know, you see all these videos and you see all these programs, and they talk about how to do everything right, and that's great. Like, you need those tools to know how to do everything right. But here's what I did wrong, and some things that I've done wrong in the past and I didn't learn from, but I've really isolated down. I wrote them down, and I'm going to share them with you. The top 3 mistakes you're going to make that are going to cause you to fail. I mean, they're not guaranteed to make you fail at gaining weight, but they are going to drastically reduce your success, your chances of success if you don't follow these. So, last time I weighed myself about 3 weeks ago, I was 169. I had lost a pound because of some of the reasons which I'm about to share. And now I'm at 166. So I only lost 3 pounds of not going to the gym. And I was just getting my body back in. I'm going to start really next week again. But here are the top 3 reasons, the top 3 tips that are going to help you succeed. Okay, and I wrote them down over here. If you got to make your food for the week. My first 2 weeks, I made my food for the week. The whole week, I made my food. I went to the Costco or BJ's, Price Club, whatever you have in your area. I bought the exact amount of chicken I was going to need for the whole week in every meal. Cooked it up, cut it up, put it in the plastic containers, and put them in the fridge and freezer. Some in the fridge, some in the freezer, and I made my rice too for the week. Like, those things made me succeed the first 2 and 3 weeks. Then what happened was, at about week 3, I didn't do that. Because it's about 2 or 3 hours, seriously, on Sunday to make the food for the week. Going to the store, cooking it up, preparing it, storing it. So what happened was, on like a Sunday, I would come home maybe late or something, and I wouldn't do it. So then I'd be like, oh, okay, no problem. I have enough for like meal 1 and 2 for Monday, and then I'll go to the store and I'll make food. Well, guess what? Monday comes and you're busy. Like, you're working, you got things to do, and then suddenly meal 3 and 4 comes and you don't have your food prepared, and you mess up your meal. You're like, oh, okay, today's cool. I'm going to go get a roast beef sandwich. That should be okay for protein. Now, that's cool every once in a while, and I mean every once in a while, like once or twice a week, max, because you don't want to fall into that pattern. But what happens is that you start developing that it's okay pattern to mess up, and then you've messed up the whole week. So then what happens is you go weigh yourself after the week, and you're like, oh, I lost a pound. This stinks. Something's not working. Oh my gosh, how come I'm not gaining weight? Like, all this effort and I'm not gaining weight. And you just create this negative spiral. So prepare your food for the week. It sucks. It stinks. I hate doing it. But it makes you it makes you gain weight. Like, it works. Your diet is the most important thing. And if your diet starts messing up, it doesn't matter how much you work out. It's just like, you need the fuel. You need the building blocks. And I'm telling you, it is, if you're ready to do this and you're ready to pack on pounds, Sunday or whatever day you choose, you got to do it. 3-hour block, boom, you're there, put on some music, go to the store, buy your stuff, calculate the chicken amount, go to the store and buy the plastic containers that are going to, like, however many meals you need for the week, 15 meals, whatever it is, and prepare. It's gonna give you the best chances of success. Number 2, you gotta work out consistently, and you gotta go at the same time consistently. If you have control over that. If you have control over going at the same time, usually during the week, do it. Because this is what happened to me. My first 2 weeks, I did it at the same time. First 2 weeks. Worked, gained weight. You see in my videos that I gained 10 pounds in 4 weeks. Or whatever, 9 pounds after I lost a pound. But in the first 2 weeks, I really gained a lot of weight. I was going at the exact same time in the morning. Then what happened was, I would start going, like on a Wednesday, I'd go at 2. And then on the Friday, I'd go at like 11. Like at lunchtime or something. Then what happens is, you start breaking that pattern of success that you had, that consistency, And it becomes very easy on a day when you plan on going in the morning and you say, oh, I'm going to go at 2. And then at 2, something rolls around in your life and you can't go. And now suddenly you missed that day. You're not working out on Wednesday anymore. And you have to work out the next day. Some things in life happen and you're not going to be able to work out the exact same time that day all the time. It's just going to happen. But it's got to be the exception to the rule. And like when I say exception to the rule, I mean 1 or 2 times in a month that you mess that up. And then that next day you have to go. If you mess up on a Wednesday, you gotta go on a Thursday. And then for me, working out on the weekends is next to impossible. Almost impossible. I go up to Vermont to go snowboarding, and if I don't work out on a Friday, which is back day, I think, for me, yeah, back day, that means that I would have to go on a Saturday, and I'm not around. So I would have lost that workout. So this is what I'm saying. Be consistent. Make it like the most important thing. It makes you feel better when you're working out consistently. You feel like you have control over your life, and it's not out of control. It gives you power. It gives you like consistency of success, and success breeds success. So don't miss your workouts and try the best that you can. If you have control to work out at 6 in the morning throughout the week, like you're 3 times in a week, then do it. Don't miss it. That's your thing. You're working out at 6 in the morning on 3 days a week. I don't know how you guys work out at night. Some people have to because of work schedules and stuff, but for me, I can't. If that's when I know I'm starting to fail. If I miss my morning workout and I'm like, oh, I'll go at 2 or something or 1, I'm on that road to failure. Okay, now the third, this one's tough to swallow because nobody likes to blame themselves and like thinks it's not their fault. Stop making excuses. You messed up because you weren't consistent, because you didn't eat enough, because you didn't work out hard enough, and those are the reasons. That's why you're not gaining weight. And stop making excuses. Oh, this program doesn't work, this and that. Listen, I gained a lot of weight, and then all of a sudden I started to lose a pound. I'd lose a pound one week, and I'd lose another pound the next week, and the reason was because of the top 2 reasons that I'm telling you right now. I didn't make my food for the week. I was starting to mess up on my diet. I didn't work out consistently. I'd miss a day. There was a week where I actually missed like a leg day. That's stupid, you know? Oh, why did I lose a pound? Duh. Like these are the reasons. Like take some ownership. It's you. It's like stop making excuses. If you want to gain weight, you got to follow these steps and do it. Also, you know, you're not going to be able to see what's working and not working if you're not consistent. And this is an excuse a lot of people make, including myself. A lot of the reasons I've failed in the past. Let's say you do 1 or 2 weeks and you're like on, and you're gaining weight. And then the 3rd week, like me, and you see in the videos, that all of a sudden I lost a pound. And it was because of a lot of the reasons I just described. But you start making excuses. You're like, oh, like this program doesn't work. But really, you have no way to know if the program is not working unless you're consistent. If you're consistent and you're honest with yourself and you say for 2 weeks, okay, I did everything right, I never missed a meal, and then you add calories the next week and you never miss a meal, well, maybe you're not working out hard enough. You're not really going for it. But if you feel like you are and you're like exhausted and you're pushing really hard at the gym and you're eating, then you know, okay, I have to push more calories on my program. But you're not going to know that until you're consistent. You're just going to be spinning your wheels. Totally. That's what happens. You just spin your wheels and you don't know what's working. But guess what? I've been a hard gainer my whole life. And when you're consistent, you start gaining weight. So that's the deal. Stop making excuses. But hopefully these tips are helpful. You know, a lot of these programs, like everybody talks about the success tips, but I think that it's great to talk about some of the failures, and that's not really like me to talk about, oh, I failed at this. But you know what? Also, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it right, and I'm going to see what works. And it does work. So I'm getting back on the horse, and hopefully this is helpful. And believe in yourself, and you can do it. Just you got to be consistent, and hopefully these tips will put you on the road to success. And look for more of my videos with me doing it the right way. Take care.